So here's some tips for astral traveling safely, because when you do feel like there's like people watching you, especially in the astral, it can create some really ugly experiences. Okay, so number one is when you sit down to astral travel, start out with just bringing in some positive thoughts. Okay, now I personally feel like whenever you're doing astral travel, don't go into it when you're in a negative space. Okay, and this is just in the beginning so you understand how to regulate your thoughts, because after you leave the 3D and you start to move into the astral realm, which is 4, 5, and higher dimension, you are literally experiencing the creation of your thoughts. Whatever energies, attachments you have that are around you, able to access you through the energetic vibration that you provide. Okay. Now, for beginners, I do recommend that you go to my YouTube channel and check out my Sacred Space in the Astral. That will allow you to have a specific home that you go to, your sacred space. It's a pocket dimension that you create, and it looks however you want it to look, baby. It don't matter. But when you go inside, it's protected, okay? It's a protected space. If you ever feel unsafe, you can go back to this space. Nothing can access it. They cannot find it, blah, 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 right? What's great about it is that if you wish to go somewhere, you can go to this place first and communicate with your guides, set your protection, set your shielding, and then go out into the astral and experience whatever it is that you want to experience. My second tip is to make sure that you always do an energetic shield before leaving your body. So, what I do is I do a double shielding. Now, my shit is really complicated, but I'm going to give you the bare bones basics so you can do it too, okay? So, what you want to do is you want to expand an orb around you. That's a big giant sphere of energy. You want to surround it around your body. Now, make two more of those around your physical body, okay? Now, those are going to be oscillating in opposite directions. So, the first one is going to go toward the left. The second one is going to go toward the right, and then the next one's going to go toward the left. And you're just going to let them oscillate around your physical body. Now, you're going to duplicate that around your astral body. So when you get up and out of your body, those orbs stay there, and you are able to be protected as well outside of your body. Now, as you're moving, obviously, you have your chain, etc., to bring you back to your body. But what it does is your body is basically left here, essentially just plugged into the universe, right? You are not in it. So, like, leaving your body, you don't want to do that. So then you go, you're out there, you're experiencing, you got your chain, you got your protection or whatever. One of the biggest things to understand is you, as a being, okay, as a soul, you are a part of the creator. And so whatever it is that you pay attention to is exactly what's going to happen to you. So you need to have an intention before you go out and be out and about. So let's say, for example, you want to try to astral project into a family member's home. So you go up, you're in your home, you go up through the ceiling, you're at the top of your house, and you set the intention to go to a family member's home, maybe 2-3 states away or whatever. You then project that want to give you if you've never been there, it's good to do this. Project that want into a line, like a direction, like a GPS. And if you've already been there, then you can, from this point, start visualizing their home, and then you'll be there, right? You start imagining yourself coming from the outside and going inside the home. And you can walk around the house and stuff like that. Now, if this person has spiritual protection, there are certain places in the home you may not be able to go, or you may not be able to access the home at all. And that's just, how shit is. Most of the time, if you have a personal connection with someone and they care about you and you're not like a frenemy, you usually can enter their home without a problem because you're allowed to enter their home without a problem physically. Okay. So then you just go, you can look around or whatever. And when you're done, come back to where you started. Okay. Don't leave their house to go to somewhere else. Come back, then go to your next place. And the reason why we do this is so that you're not tailing yourself around as far as astral projection, right? All right. When you get better at this, you can go wherever you want to go from wherever you want to go. But when you're beginning, it's really important that you have an access to a safe space. If your home or wherever your body is a safe space, then you can come and go from this safe space as much as you need to in order to reacclimate, maybe come back to your body so you can write things down that you experienced over there, and then come back into meditation and get back into it. Now, when you're astral traveling, you're going to go straight up into what I call the break point. So when you go straight up into the sky, there's a break point. Either you're going to go into space or you're going to access the fourth dimension. Now, the fourth dimension can be kind of dark depending on where your consciousness is, and not dark as in heavy, but dark as in physically. It looks dark like space. It's just black and there's like little glowing things in the distance, but it doesn't look like much. When you get and there's a part of the fourth dimension that fractures into your protected consciousness. This is where your sacred space would be if you were to build it. Now, more than likely, if any of you are meditating and you start to see straight white, you are in this protected space with your spirit team. Now, after you leave that protected space, you are then either going to go to the fifth dimension or, depending on your soul's vibration, probably the seventh or the eighth dimension, depending on how your higher self stepped down into this reality, right? So then you're going to go up into the next dimension. In the fifth dimension, where we pretty much have like most of our dream states, we are able to create this stuff. It's where we go to manifest things because things become happening right then. In the fourth dimension, we are able to create through our imagination. In the fifth dimension, we're able to create instantaneously. So when we're in the fifth dimension and we're creating instantaneously, everything that we think is happening. If there is a question, like let's say, for example, you want to meet a specific being, you can intend that, and then the spirit will then lead you through a series of movements in order to correct your vibrational alignment in order to make that happen for you. All right. So when we talk about going on a journey, whether that's an astral journey, a shamanic journey, it's kind of the same, but different visuals, right? When you are going through this might mean, okay, you're in a field and the spirit is now leading you, and you see an old woman and she's walking into the field and she's waving to you to come this way. So then you follow her. Then when you're following her through the woods, and then you get to a cave and she points inside the cave. So then you know intuitively that you need to walk into that cave. So then you walk into the cave, and that might create some initial fear, but you walk anyway. You go into the cave, and now you're going through all of these different caves. You come all of this, like the little cave path, and then you come to a split. It's a 3 split, and you get the intuitive nudge to go all the way right to the rightest split. So then you go through that cave and you go all the way down that, and then it exits at the top of a mountain. You're at the top of a mountain, and then you see someone in the distance. You're walking toward that person, and then as soon as you get close enough, you notice that that's the person you intended to meet. It's because you needed to go from here to there in vibrationally in order to match enough to be able to understand the messages that they have. If you have some more questions, leave them in the comments. Love you guys. Bye.